I'm just sitting here today drinking my iced caffeinated beverage, thinking about some things that are on my mind. And this video today is going to make some of you mad. Some of you are going to disagree with me. Some of you might be glad to hear it. But today I'm not going to be talking about collectibles, Batman, any of that stuff. So I'm sure I've lost some of you. So if you're still with me, thank you for being here. 30 seconds in. And today I just want to talk about the world. What has happened to it? What has happened to this place that we call home? Filled with people, families, pets, jobs, everything else. But when did we get like this? As people, as a society. And I do not get political on this channel, and there is a very good reason. Because 99% of the time, I want this to be escapism. I want this to be something that we can look forward to and take our mind off of all of that other stuff. So again, this is definitely a one-off. I don't do this very often. But again, like I am somebody in my personal life, you guys know, if you watch the channel, you guys know that I'm a counselor. And I'm always somebody that tries to see both sides of the coin. I try to sometimes be the voice of reason. Sometimes I am the devil's advocate. But I see our society, I see our world going down the drain. Do you see it too? And again, this has nothing to do with politics. It just has to do with what happened to people being good and being able to hear other people's thoughts, to be able to have objective conversations. This was a rough week for our world, for our country. And I feel like it's probably the beginning of a pretty dark period in our history, in our world. Sometimes things do have to get dark before they can get light again. I'm amazed. Again, it just ugliness that happened this week. And again, I don't care where you lay on either side of the aisle or what you feel, is that what happened to us? As a counselor, I work with kids. And we talk all the time about how nobody comes to school hoping that they're bullied, picked on. They all want to be treated with love and kindness. And if you're watching this, you also want to be treated with love and kindness. Nobody wants to be treated with disrespect unless they're just out for a fight. I just don't understand. That's how we want to be treated. So why don't we treat people that way? Do we have mess ups sometimes? Yes. Do we have bad days sometimes? Yes. But I feel, for number one, I feel like social media is probably the number one thing to blame. I saw a post the other day that said, if we got rid of social media as a world for 1 year, how different the world would be. And I agree with that. And I'm somebody that uses social media, I wouldn't have this channel without social media. I wouldn't have this following, this group of collectors. And so there's good and bad to social media, right? But I feel like social media specifically has warped the minds of our youth. It's just crazy to me. Like take TikTok, for example. I have kids that come to me and are thinking about suicide. And the reason they're thinking about suicide is because they saw one video on TikTok talking about it, and then TikTok just keeps looping it. They find all the videos about suicide, and then so kids start thinking about suicide. Or if somebody watches one video about hate, then that's all they watch. It loops it. And it changes the way you think, the way you feel. And sometimes it can cause you to make really bad choices, to go out of your way to try to hurt somebody or be rude or mean to somebody because maybe you have a differing opinion. So I do feel like social media is something that is wrecking our world. For all the good it does, it also probably does triple the amount of bad, probably. Nothing that I can say will fix the world that we live in. But each and every one of us has the choice to make positive choices for ourselves. And that is one thing that I'm so happy about with this community, at least for the most part. People that comment, people that watch this content, you're a lot like me. Now, we might disagree about certain things. We might disagree about paint applications or the way something's sculpted, and we might even disagree politically. Which, again, that's something I don't share here. I just feel that people should be kind to one another. People should listen to one another. And this community is very positive. So again, I'm thankful for you that are watching this. But we need to do more. We need to do more as a society. We need to be more understanding. We need to be more proactive with our positivity. And we need to be patient with one another. Even if we have different views, even if we have different thoughts from somebody else that we super disagree with. I told my son the other day, we were actually down here talking. It was probably one of the most grown-up conversations we had with my son Ledger. And we were talking about how, just, again, the negative effects of social media and all of that stuff. And it's just like, what has happened where we can't treat each other with love and kindness? And at the end of our conversation, we just focused, like, all we can do right now is focus on family. Focus on the people that you love. Focus on the people that are surrounding you. And try to block out all of the horrors that you see in the news, social media, other places, because those things are probably going to still happen. But all we can control is what's in front of us and what's important to us. And for me, that's my family, it's my friends, my neighbors. But I challenge you today, no matter where you lie on the fence, no matter how you feel politically, no matter how you feel, we can do better. We can be better as people. We can be better as a society, but it starts with you. And it starts with how you think, how you react to people. Continue to put love and kindness out into the world, and I truly believe it comes back to you. But we need to do better, or else it all implodes. At least that's the way I feel. We have to do better. So I have no idea. I had no idea where this video was going to go today. I had no idea how long it'd be. It's just on my mind. And so again, this is a one-off, so don't worry. Like, Chris, just shut up and talk about statues. I'm going to, trust me. But sometimes I think it's important that we talk about the real things. The realities of life. Why we grab a hold of hobbies like this to relive our childhood, to those times where things felt better, things were easier. Right now, the world's pretty hard and pretty harsh. So I think it's time for us to do better. What do you guys think? Agree? Disagree? Again, please don't get political in the comments. That's not what we're here about. We're just here to try to make a positive change in the world. One at a time, day by day. It's not going to happen overnight. But what's it going to take? What's it going to take? Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me kind of vent a little bit today about the society and the world. I still feel like we can do better. Continue to put love and kindness and positivity out there. Be good to yourself. Be good to your own mental health. Stay off social media for a while. Good God Almighty. Things that we saw that we shouldn't have seen this week. That stuff sticks with you, man. And it desensitizes you too. And I personally think that's kind of what they want. They want things to be desensitized to us so we don't get all up in arms about things. But again, no matter how you feel, hate never accomplishes anything. But love does. Kindness does. Because that's how we want to be treated. So that's how we should treat each other. With that said, I'm Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Next video, I'll be back talking about normal stuff. I just wanted to get it off my chest today. Thanks for watching. See you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.